Jesus Christ.
Wow.
I just put it together.
Wow.
I guess
Whoa.
actually.
Yeah, right? Oh my god. Everything has to do with the Wizard of Oz.
It's a conspiracy. Interesting fact about Oz, now that everything has to do with it. When, what was his name? Frank Baum. When he was telling the kids in his neighborhood the story of Wizard of Oz when he was coming up with it, they said, oh, what's the land called? And he looked at a filing cabinet and it said O to Z. So he decided it was called Oz. So.
Also, for those of you that didn't know, and I feel like this is kind of relevant because that's completely random and like, what? Pineapples are berries. And Becca and I learned that the other day, and it was, I feel like reality is just kind of fucking with us.
I think so too.
I'm losing a lot of faith in everything.
Yeah, it's kind of a little bit of a crisis week.
Yeah.
Apparently the way pineapples work is sorry, I did a lot of research. The like fruit of the tree that sprouts pineapples produces a bunch of little berries, and they just kind of grow together and merge and then sprout a top.
That's scary. I feel like pineapples, if they were a little more intelligent, would take over the world.
Wait, so but they're like baby pineapples that start off and then...
I don't know what they look like, but they're just.
We need to know.
Do they start off as like essentially baby pineapples except without the top, and then they merge together? So like
Well,
they
like,
have the skin and everything, or
I
do
would
they
say
grow
with
the
a-
skin after?
I would say with a thinner skin, because you don't get anything inside, but they're like
Yeah.
a tiny membrane. If you
Yeah,
look
I
at
know what you mean.
pineapple.
Yeah.
crazy
Black
shit.
Glove is bored, so Black Glove wants to play Club.
I guess we can do that. What else do we have? We did the.
We have dinner, and we
Dinner.
have PMSB.
I think we should introduce the world to PMSB. Who is my new hero?
PMSB, for those of you who don't know, stands for Poor Man Steve Buscemi, who makes an appearance in this lovely film as a man who looks very much like Steve Buscemi and gets very scared of Dag.
He kind of acts like Steve Buscemi.
Yeah, Dag calls him Weasel, and
Steve Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi is a weasel. So, anyway,
Roll it.
we'll let you decide.
What do you want, Weasel?
I hear you've been looking and asking. Huh?
If you've got something to say, just say it right now.
I got something to say. What I want to know is, what you got to give for it?
Look, you little ass, I'm not gonna fool around with you.
Hey, cool it, man. Put me down. I was just putting you on a little.
Uh-huh.
Wow, man, you sure got no sense of humor.
Well, just none whatsoever, so just, who's the guy?
I don't know. Wait. I don't know, but there's a guy Denny used to hang around with. He knows everybody ever put ass to a bike. He'll
What's his
know.
name?
Preacher. He lives down that dead-end street by the hot dog stand everybody goes to.
We're back.
All right, so
Yeah.
Poor Man Steve Buscemi, yay!
If you watch the movie and you have higher quality,
It's still on VHS in the resource library, so if you do want to watch it,
which you should,
second floor of Trina, VHS.
bring your friends, and when Poor Man Steve Buscemi pops up, you can all shout Poor Man Steve Buscemi at the same time.
Yeah.
Like we did.
Yeah, that was really weird. Becca was like, "Oh my god, it looks like Steve Buscemi." I was like, "Oh my god, that's what I was trying to say, but I couldn't think of Steve Buscemi's name." Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was one of my favorite parts about the movie.
Yeah. There's also. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, what?
Is being PMSB an insult?
It depends on how you view Steve Buscemi.
I think so too.
If you are a fan of Steve Buscemi, like myself, being Poor Man Steve Buscemi is a respectable. I don't think it's an insult. Maybe it's not respectable, but.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Steve Buscemi's pretty ugly, so there's that.
Yeah, but like he's recently kind of come back into the mainstream because he's so ugly.
Yeah, I know.
So
I know.
annoying.
I know.
Chicks with Steve Buscemi. So I don't know. You could probably make a profit on it. You're like, I look like Steve Buscemi, sort of terrifying.
Oh God. Black Glove has another black glove for us, and if BMAA was remade in 2012, who would play Dag? Oh God. Who is terrifying but kind of cool in Hollywood now? I feel like I can think of more male actors who could play her than female.
Just gender bend the whole movie.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Like, oh my God.
The thing is, it can't be anybody who's like super, super big, because that would just, I feel like that would kind of
Yeah.
go completely.
Black Glove suggests Christina Ricci.
Christina Ricci is like 5 feet tall. Very
Yeah.
big. So.
I was thinking the same exact thing.
Really? Wow.
Yeah,
Huh.
That's crazy.
seriously.
Well, why do you think Christina Ricci?
'Cause she's kind of creepy when you really,
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
could play that. Oh, I think she'd fit that role.
Yeah. She doesn't seem. I mean, the thing about Dag is that Dag seems really powerful to me, like legitimately so. It's just the only thing that really undermines her is the fact that she has an incestuous relationship with her brother, which
We
is
just spoil everything.
well. I mean, that's a kicker, right? It's like you're watching the movie, and it's like, man, Dag's really badass, and you know, like she's kind of weird and like freaks out like at random points, and you're just like, what are you doing? But like you're pretty badass, and then at the end, it's just like, oh, you found the killer, and you're just shouting at him to say it, and then he screams incest, and then
You shoot him.
you shoot him, and then that's the end of the movie. Actually, just goes the end. And
It's pretty quality then. Yeah. I mean, there was closure-ish.
she kills.
She killed him. That's
Yeah.
what she was trying to do. The movie. This is not the point.
Bury me an angel.
Bury me an angel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A useful question in life, Black Glove. What would Dag do? Am I right?
What would Dag do?
And is the question asker correct?
About what would Dag do, or if this is an important question.
I think we can interpret it any way we want.
Is the question asker right about the meaning of life?
About pineapples being berries.
I think what Dag would do would depend on the situation, would probably end in a little bit of freaking out and just kind of being like, huh? What are you gonna do? What is it?
You ass.
You ass. I think it'd be a valid way to look at your life. Like, oh, what? If you're like not feeling as empowered as you could.
Yeah.
Or as
I mean,
badass.
or if you know you just like
Or
want
if
to
you
go.
want the best.
Yeah. Or if you just want to like go on a crazy motorcycle trip with a couple guy friends and have like I think my favorite part about that movie is that there was no sexual tension between them.
Between the three of them.
It was just like we're all friends doing this, and like there's one chick and two guys, and they're just like really best friends, and that was great.
And like it's weird because the way she was talking about at the beginning of the movie when they wanted to go with her, she's like,
Yeah.
no, you guys, no. And they're like, oh, we're like your brothers.
Yeah.
You're fucking your brother. It just makes a weird line. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. That is weird. But then they're not like they don't even have really a brotherly relationship with her. Like
Yeah.
even in their like
Yeah.
it's like a friendship and.
And like there's the scene where she goes and takes a bath in the water, and they take
Yeah.
her clothes, and she gets out, and it's totally fine. It's not like, oh, we're staring at your boobs. It's
Yeah.
just, sorry, we took your clothes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, there's nothing sexual about it. It's incredible. It's like I think that's like one of the only scenes I've like seen in a film where there's nothing sexual. There.
where it's
I mean,
like so
just
that it should be, but
yeah,
there's not.
but there's
Yeah.
not. Yeah, it's crazy. Alright, so we've agreed, I want to go back to this Who in 2012 would,
Yeah,
'cause,
who
like,
bothered me?
Christina Ricci, I feel like she's not bad enough, like badass enough, but she does have the creepy
Uma
thing going. But Uma Thurman's,
I just
like,
hate
Uma Thurman isn't broken enough. You need, like, the combo.
Yeah.
Who is a combination of Christina Ricci and Uma Thurman.
So we should
Yeah.
clearly just genetically engineer a baby.